Good morning, Knife Brotherhood. I hope everybody's well this morning. I am. I'm feeling good. Rested up from this weekend. Miss Linda left about 30 minutes ago to go to work, and I don't have to work. I just work around the house and piddle around, do my thing. I'm gonna work out here in the Lowe's shop today. Got a few packages to mail, and I'm gonna see my daddy for a little bit and then come on back home. But so this is Monday. This is my Monday morning inspirational, and it's gonna be an inspirational talk because it's not about this. It is, but it's not. So me and Miss Linda, we wanted to go to the Roachdale Hardware case event right here. Sorry about that, but so you know we had planned it for a few months, and it was an 8-hour drive. Nah, big deal. Whoop-de-doo. Who cares? But it was a beautiful drive. We went through 4 states, including Georgia, North Georgia, Tennessee, Kentucky, and Indiana. Went into Indiana, and the nice thing about it was it was 3 beautiful states we went through. I mean, these states are just gorgeous. Loved going through Tennessee, and I've been to Tennessee quite a few times. I've been to Kentucky a couple of times, but I didn't go through the whole state, and that is one beautiful state, y'all. I mean, the farms, the barns, the old barns you see, it was just beautiful. We took a lot of pictures. Went into Indiana, and a lot of beautiful farmland in Indiana. A lot of old traditional barns up there. We love them. So we had a great time. We arrived. It was about 2:30. Got our hotel room, and we just messed around a little bit. And so the event was Saturday. So we stayed about 16 miles from Roachdale Hardware, and we got up and we got us some breakfast, and then we moseyed on. Well, we actually ate breakfast at the hotel, and then we moseyed on over there. Got there about 8 o'clock. So we're sitting there, and I seen somebody looking in my driver's side window, and it was J.O. Ventures. So we got out. I was thrilled to see you, J.O. That's just a fantastic thing when I saw him. We got out and we hugged and shook hands and talked, and we stood around there and talked a little bit, and he, of course, he's a generous person, so he brought me a decal, which is great. I love stickers. He brought me 2 of these chums. He brought a lot of gifts for people. If you've never tried one of these, I've carried these for years. Try one. You put your driver's license, your money. They work good. It's just a little minimalist wallet. He brought 2 of these. There's one there, and he brought 2 of these. Sorry about that. These strops, paint stir strops, and done a great job on them. You got his little maker mark right here, a little maker tag. That's a great idea right there. I hadn't put any compound on them, but I will. I'll use them. I'm gonna keep one up here in the kitchen. But the coolest thing I think he brought me, and it's awesome. It is awesome, y'all. He made this sheath. Y'all know how J.O.'s leather work is fantastic. I've been doing leather for a while, but all these leather people are just inspirations. So he made this, But the cool thing is what's in here. And this is a nice sheath, man. This, you can either wear it around your neck or you can put it on your belt. It looks like just an old bushcraft sheath. So he put this old hickory, and I look for these all the time at hardware stores, and I don't have any luck with them. But he brought this, and you can see it's an old hickory. Let me clear this up. Got a lanyard in it, which is awesome. Carbon steel. Look at that thing. Look at that blade. So I will use this JO. I am going to carry this around the home place here. I'm definitely going to use it. I'm going to use it around the homestead for chores, walking. I spend a lot of time walking around in the woods and stuff, just looking at the, wild plants and stuff, doing stuff like that, plant identification, all that. So I will carry this because I think that's awesome. And I appreciate you, J.O. I appreciate you for doing that. Big heart. We were thrilled to meet J.O. Just thrilled. So then, of course, we met Big J. We saw Big J and Sarah. So, y'all know Sarah does leather work. So she had several of these, and I got lucky and got one. I appreciate you, Sarah. But this is that ghost leather. I don't have any. But I am going to carry this starting today, Miss Sarah. And you can see the awesome job she did. It's very, very cool, good looking sheath, or slip rather, I'm sorry. But she made Miss Linda this, and I wouldn't let Miss Linda have it until I did this video. So she's gonna get it and put it in her purse. And I don't know what she's got one of the most organized purses in the world. But you can see the nice work Sarah did on it. Sarah's very talented, y'all. One of the nicest people I've ever met. Met Big J, was thrilled about that. And Big J, trust me, fellas, he's a lot bigger in person than he is when he's on that knife show. He's a big old rascal. Nice guy. You'd think he was an NFL football player, but he's just a humble guy. We enjoyed talking to him, spent time talking to him. And it was awesome. It was awesome. Met Miss Sarah, my wife, Miss Linda, and Miss Sarah, they hit it off. I was thrilled. So that was another part that we really loved. And so then, don't stop here. Got to meet Jesse McJames, the alien outlaw. Now you talking about a cool, funny guy. We enjoyed talking to him, man. He's just an awesome person. Had his wife with him, and I apologize, I can't remember, what her name was, because there's just, so much going on. But got a decal from him. He's got a cool decal, y'all, but he's just a nice guy, man. He bought him a sow belly. And just an awesome person, So then we Mr. James B. Mr. James. He was there. He's from Illinois. He came walking up and introduced himself. I knew he was going to come, because he wanted me to bring him a knife slip. So I brought a bunch of leather stuff. So he walked up. And he had this hat and gave me a hat. He also had that leather change carrier he gave me, and I'm gonna try to make some. But I'll tell you, James, this is probably my favorite case hat. I've been looking at these, but he handed it to me, and I really appreciate it. I've been wearing it. I wore it home. But it's a good looking case hat. And I appreciate it. I appreciate it, James. Another nice, humble guy. Just talked knives, talked about life, and I enjoyed meeting him. I really appreciated meeting you, James. All these guys, it was just a thrill. So then, Byron Kennedy came up. We talked to him, and he gave us some stickers. Splitting Slices, he's got a YouTube channel. All these guys do. Y'all follow them. Y'all follow these guys. Y'all get on there and follow their channels. Y'all follow Jesse's channels. I think James has one. I got to find his. So, anyway, so Byron, we talked to him, humble guy, nice guy. We stood and talked to him for a while. We all kind of stayed together. And then Radio Geek. Now, I've watched Radio Geek's channel. So he came bearing gifts, and this is one of the ones he gave us right here. And I know this video might be a little longer than normal, but that's okay. I think it's worth it. So he gave us all of us now, not just one person, but all of us. He gave us this Rough Rider, and I think this is a Moose, their version of the Moose. I'm gonna try to open this without cutting my finger. I'm gonna go ahead and open, sorry about that. I'm gonna open this the rest of the way. So you can see that, and I keep hitting that thing, sorry y'all. But you can see the Rough Rider. It's got a nice shield on it right here. There we go, get that focus going. For some reason this thing ain't wanting to focus right. There we go. Come on, there we go. So anyway, he gave us all one of these. This thing's got micarta. I think it's black micarta. It's really a pretty knife, y'all. Just a pretty knife. I think I've got 3 or 4 Rough Riders. I like them, I like them. I've got one of the reserve ones. So y'all watch Radio Geek Blades channel. Now he outdid himself. So then he brings these out. He had a little tub, a little small plastic tub with all these in there. He gave every one of us one of these. And it's just awesome. He gave us this little EDC pouch and say, I love these things. I'll use it. I'll use it for something. Got a flag you can take off. I will probably take this flag off and put it on my hat. Sorry about bumping this thing, y'all. I hate these things. But so he gave us all, one of these, handed them out, and and it had his decal in it, which I'm gonna put his decal down in my leather shop today. So he gave us all a decal and gave us one of these, and this. So it was just an awesome time. Sure was. And I hear Stella out there barking. So I got the case event. I didn't have a lot of swag at this one. I was a little bit disappointed. I'm not gonna lie. I was a little bit disappointed. Case didn't have a lot of stuff, so I don't know what the deal was. They didn't give away any hats, didn't give it, they had these, which these are nice. We got a couple of them. No stickers, no cups, nothing like that. I'm not complaining, but I don't know, maybe they're like everybody else, probably, they're probably, it'd been nice to have a decal like that, but I'm sure cases like everybody else, sorry I keep hitting this stupid thing, but cases like everybody else, I'm sure they're, the economy's getting them a little bit like it is everybody else, all of us, so they probably have to adjust. So I'm not gonna knock them, I know they have to do what they gotta do for the company. We don't want them to go out of business for sure, but this is the knife. I wasn't gonna get it. But my wife, Miss Linda, insisted. She said, we drove up here to Indiana to this knife event, and you should get it. She said, you may never get to come up here again, which I'm planning on coming back. I'm kind of planning on coming back to Indiana. We may make this a yearly thing, but it's that vault pattern. It's the razor. So one thing about this one, it is beautiful. The you can see actually the bone is engraved with this. It's raised up, pretty awesome. And it's got Roachdale hardware on it. So this is my third event knife. So I got that. But it was an awesome time, y'all. We left, we went to eat lunch, and Byron Kennedy bought our lunch. And when I say he bought our lunch, he bought, I think it was 4 pizzas, big old huge pizzas. Pepperoni, a chicken pizza, a pizza that's got, everything on it, and I think that it was 4 of them, but he bought the pizzas. We sat around the table and fellowshipped. So that's what this inspirational video is about. It's not about all this. I mean, this is part of it, but it's about people, and it's about the Knife Brotherhood. And I'm going a little bit long. I apologize. Y'all don't have to watch the whole thing, but so we really drove up to Indiana to meet all of these guys. We drove up to meet all these guys, all these great guys, and made some friendships. And I consider all these guys my friends. Enjoyed meeting J.O. I've been wanting to meet J.O. Got to meet Big J and Sarah. Sarah's awesome. Big J's awesome. Byron, Radio Geek, James Stork, and Jesse McJames. Jesse McJames, he's a funny guy, man. Everybody needs to meet him. But all these guys we met, and this is the generosity of them. All these guys we met, and my wife she just loved all of them, man. She just talked about them. She just talked about every one of y'all, and Miss Linda is just impressed by every one of y'all, and I was too. But that's what makes this Knife Brotherhood, to me, what it is. Yeah, it's about these, but this just is a common thread for all of us. But it's just the camaraderie and the humble people in this knife community. Just like I watched RJ's yesterday, and those guys are there's a bunch of them on there, and so the tired tiger was on there, HT Gunslinger Cal, and they had one of the new guys, Travis the Case guy. So we they was a group of them on there. All of them, we talked to online and stuff. All of them have great channels. RJ has a great channel. All these guys. I talk to HT time to time, text him or call him. So it's just a good group of people, I really appreciate them. I really appreciate y'all, man. And it was worth every mile we drove. Every mile we drove, it was worth it, man. Be honest with you, it was great. So yeah, we got home at 10. We got home about 9:30 Saturday evening. We drove in the rain. It was a fun trip. It really was. And like I said, all of the Knife Brotherhood, it was just we were thrilled to death. My wife and Sarah hit it off. I hope they stay in touch. and form a good friendship. But you just see the kindness of all these guys, of everybody. Great little hardware store. Like I said, the event could have been a little better, but I'm not going to knock Case because I know they may be having budgetary things just like everybody else, so they may have had to cut back on some things. But anyway, I hope y'all have a great day. God bless all of y'all, and God bless the knife community, Knife Brotherhood. I appreciate y'all. Keep your blades sharp. Keep your head on a swivel, y'all. Pay attention. Be safe out there. God bless.